Well, Karen, I want to thank you for coming on and just talking to my friends, some of my customers, because they always just hear me talk, and I just feel like it gets to be Charlie Brown, blah, 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 blah. And so it's nice to have another perspective, another point of view, and someone else's voice, because I honestly get tired of hearing my own voice. So I wanted to talk about a situation where everybody is winning, a win-win-win-win-win situation. And I don't know if everybody knows or if people are familiar with it, but Young Living also, despite uh, just like, yes, they have 700 wonderful products and we love them, but there's also another side to the whole Young Living thing, and that's the business opportunity. Is that something you participate in? Did you even
Mhm.
know about the business opportunity? Are you participating in that? Can you share a
I
little bit?
did. I didn't at first. I am now. I've been doing the business since 2015. I was just an avid user of all the products. And what happened, Amber, was I was a college English professor, and my mom was diagnosed with cancer in May of 2015.
Oh,
And we came back to school in August. And because of some budget mess up or something, they informed us that we would all have to teach an extra class for no money, for no pay. And at that point, because my mom had just been diagnosed with cancer and I was going to be taking care of her, I would not have taught an extra class for any amount of money. But that's when it really started to sink in. Like, wow, I don't have I don't have a choice. So here I am because um, working for somebody else, you just really are kind of trapped in a lot of ways. So it was just in October. Then after that happened, my upline called me and said, "Would you like to build a business with Young Living?" And I was like, "Yeah, actually, I would." And I don't know if I hadn't had those thoughts and felt so trapped, if I don't know if I would have, really done it. But it's so easy. I had already shared with a couple of friends because you love this stuff so much, and you say, "Hey, you start giving some samples, like try this, put this. You got a headache here, put, is that compliance? Probably not. Like just put some stress away on the back of your neck." And then people say, "Oh, how do you get this? I want that. I want some of that Ningxia Red. Um, like I like this cleaner that you're using." So I would just share, and but when Nora asked me, I was like, "Yeah, I do want to build a business," and it's so easy because I was already sharing and getting a little $50 check here, $100 check there. But um, what was the question? Do I do this? Yes, I love this business.
do you
Um,
feel salesy doing it?
no, because I'm not a salesperson. I am passionate about the products, and so that's what I do. In fact, if someone had said, "Do you want to sell it?" Mm-mm, because I would feel weird about. I don't know. I just would feel weird about it. But this doesn't feel like sales. I feel like I'm helping people. Honestly, that's what I'm doing. It's just when I'm talking to people and I hear a problem, if somebody's saying um, I wish I had more energy, or man, I'm so stressed out, um,
I
or
wish I
I
had
wish
better
I could
sleep.
clean
I
my
can get a
bathroom. I
lot.
choked to death. It's like, oh, I got something for that. I hear like a problem that I used to have, and so I just naturally want to share with, like, I used to have that problem, and here's what I did.
That's
Uh,
kind of how I feel too. I don't feel salesy. I feel like it's the win-win-win situation. Like if I care about you as my friend, then why wouldn't I want to say, "Hey, I have this thing. Do you want to try it? If not, no biggie." But if you never
yeah,
even give them the opportunity to make their own decision if they want to try it or not, is that are we taking away someone's choice? I mean,
that's
are we showing that we care about them when we don't at least give them the opportunity to say yes or no?
yeah. And I used to feel weird about following up with people. Like send some samples out, and I used to think, oh well, maybe I should. I used to think maybe I'm bothering them. But when I would reach out and say, "Hey, did you use that sample? How was it?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm so glad you contacted me because I was gonna ask you about this, but I got busy." And as far as like the follow up part of the business, that's probably as close to salesy as I get, but that's not really selling either. It's taking care of people,
Hmm.
following up
Yeah,
with a,
I
hey,
think
how'd that
you're
work?
right. It's the fear that people. perceive that's not really necessarily true. It's that like I'm projecting my fears onto that situation. But you're right, it's not salesy at all because people do get super busy. Right now, I'm talking to someone because I need new life insurance, or or if I'm looking for my windshield, for instance, too. Like I had this chip in my windshield, and I just get so busy, I don't think about calling them up. So when my friend who has a windshield business reached out to me, I'm like, thank you for reaching out to me.
Exactly.
I needed to set that up. I've been so busy, I forget, or by the time I get to it, it's too late to make the appointment. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's
And I think there's a difference. I've had some like pushy network marketing people, people I don't even know. They'll like send me a friend request, and then I'm like, do I know you? Because I taught for so long. Like, do I know you? And I'll accept this friend request, and then before the next thing is they're on Facebook Messenger going like, hey, would you like to try my product? I'm like, no. So there are two ways to do this. So the people who do the business with me, I tell them like, just use the product and let people see how you use the product.
Mhm.
And don't post, on Facebook or Instagram about, you know, uh, I'm looking for this many people to, it's like they don't care. you
Yeah,
know, just show people how you can help them. Like show them how you're using it, and if they're interested, they'll reach out to you.
right. One thing I've done this summer, especially with everything going on with our year of just fabuloso, right?
Oh yeah.
Fabuloso year. I've just been reaching out to people as a friend, like, hey, how are you doing? How are you coping? Or do just in general, like, how's the kids? How's your life? And then sometimes in the conversation, it comes up where there's a need and I can help fill it. And I just present them with the info. Hey, I I was just thinking about what you said. I have this thing. Do you want to try it? If not, no biggie. And then they'll either say yes or no. And it's not pushy, it's not salesy. And more 9 times out of 10, they usually want to say yes than no. Sometimes they say no and they have their reasons, but no now isn't no forever, because I've had no's that end up coming around and end up being yeses down the road. Just everyone's in their time, everyone has things going on, and just sometimes it's just a timing issue. Have you ever experienced anything like that?
Yeah, I've had people that I've sent samples to, and I do that a lot, especially because I moved 3 years ago to about almost 3 hours away. So I have friends, 3 hours away, but a lot of times I'll just uh, get little sample bottles and fill up with oils or whatever. I've got Thieves household cleaner samples, and I just mail stuff out to people, and then they're like, "Hey, that was great. How do I get this?" You know. And then others are like, that was really great, but then they want to know how much it is. Like, ooh, I can't fix that in my budget. And they'll say, let me figure out how to do that. And I'm never pushy. I'm just
Right.
like trying to help people. And speaking of the times being so crazy, um, I know that a lot of people need these products right now. And I have to say, I'm so grateful because everything has been so topsy-turvy. I'm so grateful to have this extra stream of income. Just like when I started, I wanted to have a little bit more flexibility. So if they came and wanted me to do something, I could say, no, I don't think I'm going to. And then if they fired me, I'd be like, well, okay, well, at least I got this business on the side, and I do. So if I weren't teaching online and doing my Young Living business, what would I be doing? You know, my friends who are still teaching at the college, I mean, they had to like drop and shift everything online and, go through all of that. Or what if they have to go back to school and teach when who knows what, it's going to be like? I'm just
I
grateful
just
to
been
have.
thinking about all the furlough people, or all the people that lost their jobs and continue to lose their jobs. And how scary is that, where you went to bed, had a job, and then you woke up the next morning and suddenly you didn't have a job?
I
I
can't.
think any income at that point coming in is better than no income coming in. Would you agree?
Oh yeah, and you know what else I've done since I started? I didn't. really plan to ever have a business, but I did some research afterwards. And one of the main things, if you're going to, they say do a network marketing business because that is the best business model now. That's the way people, this is what we do. We recommend things to people, you know, in our network. It's like, hey, what's good to watch on Netflix? I mean, how many times have I answered that this last couple of months? You know, we want to know. So, I mean, this is how I think products will be sold in the future, like through network marketing. I'd rather buy from somebody I know and trust. Two, then they said, make sure that it's a product that that people need, you know. This isn't like, well, what are some things? Oh, I don't know. I have a friend who like sells, I'm not trying to knock anything, but like ring bombs or something, or jewelry, or, you know, the stuff that Young Living offers, these are things that you need. I mean, soap, cleaners, vitamins, supplements. It's stuff that people need. So if you're going to do a business, you need to do a business that's always going to be needed and consumable. You know, it's stuff that people consume every month, so they're buying
One thing
again.
I like about Young Living particularly is it's such a win-win-win situation. So if I'm building, I have to put people somewhere. If I get a new customer, a new member, a new customer, I have to place them somewhere. Even if my friends aren't building, I am still placing them under my friends. For one, it helps my friends get free product. And two, it might show them that, hey, they could do more than just get free product. They could get that second stream of income, but at bare minimum, they're getting the free product. So to me, signing up someone, getting a new customer, they're going to get the products they need to fix XYZ. My friend is going to be getting free product, maybe even more than free products, maybe a free product and a paycheck. So that's already like 3 wins right there.
And then you get
And it's a cycle that as if they start catching the vision, you know, more people start winning in this whole thing. And so there's just like, in my opinion, there's no lose situation, and you don't have to feel salesy to do this thing, because in my opinion, from my experience, I'm not really selling anything. I'm just saying, hey, you just said this, you're having this issue. Do you want to try it? If not, no big deal. And then let them make that choice.
It's the other win is the community and the support. It's not like you just get, like, I think some companies you have to like buy all the product and, well, that's another thing, store it in your garage and then you got to sell it. I mean, one, you don't have to buy all that stuff up front. That's another big plus. But the community that we get. So if I don't know what I'm doing, I ask my upline, and you and I aren't even in the same organization,
Right.
but
We're
everybody
in the same organization, just not in the same line.
yeah. So I mean, so I've got people that, okay, sometimes I'm like, Amber, I'm just not, you know.
Yeah,
I'm
me
like,
and you
I'm
are
just not
just
building
like,
my business. And yeah, and okay, you're the one that found out about like gold
for gold.
go for gold, you know. And so you're like, hey, did you see this? And I'm like, no, you know. So we're always helping each other. We're like just talking. It's not just a business that you're all on your own. I mean, there's like a whole community of like-minded people, even though we're super diverse. I love going to convention because, I mean, we're talking like all different religions and all different, I mean, it's just like super diverse people.
Yes.
But the one we have in common is that we care about the environment, we care about our health, and most everybody I've met, everybody I've met in Young Living, they seem to care about other people. They seem to be good people. Now I'm gonna cry.
Well, our teacher for Go for Gold says that too. She says that it's like there's no other business like this, no other company where it's just like it draws just so many people in that are the caring types that well, in Young Living, I think the color is yellow, or is it green? I think it's yellow. The yellows are the like,
that would help.
I think it's the yellows that are the ones that are just like super compassionate and they care about people, and that's just their love language. They just love to love on people. And those people get really drawn into it. I can't tell you how grateful I am for Young Living. especially because of you, Karen. I love our friendship, and I would never have had it without Young Living.
I know.
You cheer me up when I'm sad. We laugh a lot. We celebrate our victories. We pump each other up when we're down.
Mhm.
I love our friendship, and you're just one of the many I've come across in this Young Living
And
business.
I never would have met you. I never would have met you
Never.
if not for Young Living.
And have you met other people like that
Yeah,
through?
I have. I've connected with people like from all different areas of the I met them at convention usually, or sometimes I'll meet them on just like Facebook live things or something, like, hey, um, oh yeah, I'm friends with some people. Echo Summer Hill, who's now a Royal Crown Diamond. I met her at convention when she was platinum, and I started following her because I thought, oh, she's got it going on. I'm gonna watch and see what she does. and then she did like a coaching group, and I joined that, and I met other. So it's just like this big networking of, I don't know, people. Here's the other thing, Amber, I need to say about the business that's a win is that I think the nature of this business is to work on yourself too. I think that
Oh,
it has helped me grow as a person, and I still got a long way to go, but it's helped me grow as a person in my confidence and healing stuff. I mean, the oils have helped with that, but I mean, also just the relationships and thinking, oh, I can't do this. You know, if, I never would have seen myself doing the things that I'm doing, but it's because of like friendships with people like you and just that's just the whole attitude of the company is to set people up to like, yes, you can,
I'm
then
glad you
that's
said
another
that.
win.
I'm really glad you said that because for me, I've grown with my self esteem. I've been around really positive people who believe in me. The makeup has changed my life because I have gotten so much compliments on my skin, on just my beauty with people online and offline. That helps so much. When we went to we ended up finding each other also at the beauty school,
Beauty school.
which was really cool. And they talked a lot about loving who you were in beauty school, and so it was just like a lot of little different segments in my life that has helped me get to where I am, where I'm not so mean to myself. I don't say all the mean things like I used to. And then on top of that, so that helped me grow as a person. And then when you are when someone trusts you enough to jump on the thing with the health and possibly the business opportunity, you're now not just thinking about yourself. You're having to put other people in front of you. And just right now, today, I'm going to be sending out some happy mail to my customers. I just want them to know I appreciate them. That thank you for trusting me enough to like be on this journey with me. And so you end up rising above just like your everyday, got to get to this, got to do this. And you look at other people and you're meeting needs or you're just showing that you care.
Yeah. So it's not just a business. It's a whole. Well, I tell my customers this too. It's not just like buying a product. It's a lifestyle change. But then the business is like taking it to the next level because it's not just the products. Then it's like the whole. Gosh, what's the right word I'm looking for? Community. The whole community. I read something once that said, "You are the sum of the 5 people you spend the most time with."
I
This
believe
is
that.
terrible, but I started looking around. I was like, "Ooh." Maybe I need to get around some better people. and I mean, because it's true, it is
Yeah, it's
completely true, and I think that that's what's happened in my life is like just being around people who are striving,
true.
always striving, and and that's exciting. So I do this as much for my soul as for money.
True. I think money comes just because you end up having that mentality of who can I help today? Who can I help today?
Gonna help.
Because I'm blessing one friend, or at least I'm trying to. And she's like, I wasn't in it for the business. I said, I know that, but I have to place them somewhere. So might as well be you. You might as well get free stuff, right? I mean, win, win, win,
I have
right?
a friend I did that too. Like, do you mind if I put people under you? She's like, mm, it's like
Yeah.
okay. And I built a business with my son too. That's another thing that and since he's in college, he's so grateful. He's like, thanks, mom. I mean, because
Awesome.
he's using the product and I needed a top of a leg. And, I knew that he was going to order. So, like, where am I putting my peeps? I'm going to put him under my son. And he gets a check. That's helping with college every month.
Oh, I remember being the poor college student, so any income is awesome. Yes, praise Jesus. Thank you, Lord. So yeah, I'm glad that I got to have you come on because it's not just about making money. It's so much more than just making money. It's a part of it. Bare minimum, you get your stuff for free, which helps too. So if you're getting your stuff for free, then you're definitely reducing your income or your spending at the grocery store, because if you're suddenly not paying for cleaning supplies and makeup and supplements
Right.
and all that stuff, then your budget for your groceries increases, and that's just the bare minimum of where this thing goes. So if you're,
I mean, it could be a car payment, or we were talking about, speaking of my son in college, we were talking about student loans. It might pay your student loan.
it could totally, yeah. I mean, that's a huge thing.
Oh, you know what else? I'm sorry. One other great thing about doing this business is um, I like working for a company or building a business with a company that gives so much back. I mean, through the DeGary Young Foundation. I mean, they're fighting sex trafficking. They help people in Uganda with the jiggers in their feet. They're building houses in Nepal. And so I like being part of a company that's socially responsible and helping, giving back. What else do I love?
I've met only good people in Young Living, and I'm grateful for that. And everyone helps each other, or I should say the majority of people in Young Living help each other and encourage each other. So when you're in a group, like a Young Living group or something, and you ask questions, there's a whole bunch of people ready to help and respond, because it's not a saturated market, and people do need health. Their whole life they need health, and people need money. Young Living takes care of those two things, and then people need relationships, and Young Living takes care of that too, because you just naturally build friendships and relationships. So there's a lot more to it than just getting a paycheck and feel salesy, because that's not what I'm about, and I know that's not what you're about.
And the people who are successful in this business, that's what they do, is they just like helping people. So
yep. Well, I appreciate you spending your time with us. It's always nice to spend time with you. I really do cherish our friendship, and it's nice to have another voice out there than just mine.
I apologize for my classroom. This is where I teach my English to my little Chinese kids in the morning.
So just like we talked about, you have a Reiki business, you teach English to kids, and you have your Young Living business. So at the end of the day, having multiple streams of income is important, because if you were the person that went to bed thinking you had a job and woke up the next day and you didn't, because just recently a really big company, I'm not going to say the name because I don't want to get in trouble, but they just, by email last week, they fired a whole bunch of people just because the business isn't there. By email. They went to bed thinking they're going to wake up to a job, and they didn't. So just having other streams of income is so important. Well, thank you so much for your time. If you're interested in the business opportunity, reach out to the person who gave you this video. If it's me, reach out to me. If it's Karen, reach out to Karen. Or if it's someone else, reach out to them, and they can walk you through how you can be a part of the business community.
Oh,
go ahead.
There's one more thing I forgot. That in building this business, when I get up to like a certain point, like $3,000 a month, it's willable income. So if
I'm glad
which at my age, that's a distinct possibility. When I'm dead, my son can take my business, and so what I'm building is not going to disappear when I'm gone, and that is super important to me.
Yeah, you get that at Silver. At Silver, the average Silver, according to the Young Living income disclosure, makes $2,000 a month. That will pay for quite a bit. I mean, when you get to that level, I think the average executive, according to the income disclosure, I think is around 500, and I think the senior star, according to the disclosure, is 250, and I believe star is 75.
Oh, and I don't want to talk too much, but this is an important thing I learned too. Okay, so now I'm going to be like totally transparent. In my 401k, which took me forever to build, I only have $200,000, but let me tell you, I'm grateful I have that. That will generate about $800 a month. So I listened to this accountant talking about a Young Living business, and he said, so if you are, say, an executive and you're getting five, okay, if I hit silver and I'm getting 2,000 a month, do you know what that is? What I would have to have in a 401k, how much money I would have to have in there to generate that? It would be, wow, about $500,000. So when you think about that, when you think about like just passive income, something that's coming in, you don't think about that. Even at executive, if you just hit executive and you are bringing in $500 a month, that's worth that's a lot. You would have to
That's,
have so much money in a 401k to generate that much.
I'm just thinking of my grandmother, and she's not bringing in all that much money, and if she had that $500 a month as a retired person, my parents are about to retire. I mean, they're thinking heavily on retiring. Having that $500 a month, that's a big game changer for a lot of retirees, and it just goes up from there. I mean,
Yeah, and it's income for life as long as you keep, just taking care of your customers, and it's
and it's
income for
income,
life.
like you said, you can pass down to your children, which is really cool.
And he'll have that leg up. So
Yeah,
that's a big thing for me.
that is a really big deal. Really big deal.
Now I'll
Because
shut up, I
we all
promise.
need to be shooting for, retirement, and setting ourselves up now for retirement, not waiting till we get there and be like, now what do I do? Yeah. Well, I appreciate your
Smart all the
time,
way around.
Karen, and good luck with all that you continue to do with your group and all the people's lives that you're going to impact. I really do think the world of you.
I think the world of you too, Amber.
Have a great day.
Bye.